Back to another video, and today is a very sad one. I was scammed for a leaping sword. It's true. I made a video on this. I showed because I record every time I get scammed. Every time I do a trade with someone, in case I do get scammed. This was my first experience with getting scammed. I've been insided, but I've never been scammed by a co-op member. That's why I'm on a solo island. That's why I stopped being on a co-op, because I didn't trust most people after. But that was quite a long time ago, and usually I've had pretty good people with trading. They're like, hey, if you ever need anything, just tell me. I've got 90% of recipes unlocked, and I'm trying to get to 100%. It would be, and you can always just hit me up. But unfortunately, I started looking for people in lobbies, and this is where I got bad, because I was asking people, if you have a recipe for a leaping sword /Pima, and you understand how big a sword leaping is. It's 250,000 spider eyes of work. That's over 3.2 million coins I spent on that sword, and over 3 hours, not over 3 hours, but a very long time, considering I was buying stuff from the alchemist. And yeah, that was so much work just to think, oh yeah, I'm gonna give it to someone and they're gonna scam me for 3.2 million coins. Now I am not. I usually have a second chance for everybody, and I will always give people the benefit of the doubt. But I don't know why anyone. I don't even think you can have that much of a heart to give someone the benefit of the doubt when they scam you. But especially for that much. And that's the thing. I don't understand how you can have such little of a heart to take away something that someone has worked on for so long, and just do that. I mean, I usually I'm pretty forgiving of people. Like, someone stole 400k from our bank account, but said it was his brother, and over time I just slowly forgive them. That's how much I want to believe people. And this guy just throws that all out of the window by scamming me for that much. I mean, it's insane. And he's not the only. Obviously, I'm the most disappointed with this guy, but he's not the person I'm the most disappointed with. And I'm gonna take note. I don't care if Hypixel calls this public shaming. His name is Key5Man555. Ban me. I don't care what you do. But if you ban me or mourn me, and this guy doesn't even have a scratch, then I'm quitting Hypixel. I'm honestly quitting Hypixel. If you warn me and nothing happens to this guy, I'm quitting Hypixel. But this guy is not the only person I'm disappointed about. I'm also disappointed out of Hypixel. Okay, I get it. It's a big server, but I've been in private conversations with admins. And plus, if you do let's say I want to I can't report myself, but let's say I wanted to root the guy. Yeah, right. P5Man555. Right. Look. Nothing about scamming. Nothing about scamming at all. Watchdog announcement. 5,000 banned. 23,000. Yeah. You know what? That probably would be over 30,000 if it was for scamming. And you honestly don't seem to care about scamming. I mean, the Hypixel Skyblock has been out for pretty much 5 months now. 4 months now. And nothing has been done to stop scammers except for a ban. But a ban can only do so much. Because let's say one person doesn't record it. There's no evidence that this person scammed. And then that person goes untouched for such a horrible thing that they do. It's so insane. And it's so. There's pretty much nothing to prevent anyone from scamming, because like I said, a ban is gonna ban one person. But that one person is probably only getting a 30-day ban, and he's just going to go back to his scamming tactics. And he probably won't get an IP ban, because then he can just make an alt, and then boom, he's done. And it's just the fact that, I mean, so many people do this. Hypixel Skyblock, I think I've seen 40,000 people play it at one time. One time. And there's nothing that's being done to stop them. It just aside from a ban. That's all. Wait, what? Okay. Just a ban. That's it. And there's nothing being done to stop them. And I'm sorry, I know there's going to be comments like, oh yeah, you shouldn't have been so stupid to get scammed. Why didn't you go to like a Discord? Because like I said, I give most people the benefit of the doubt. I'm thinking people are nicer than they are. That's what I need to learn. That people are much meaner than they say they are people are really mean. This world is a terrible place. And, I mean, I feel it's so insane that you could have such little of a heart to be able to do that. It's so insane to me. And, well, like I said, I'm also very disappointed in the Hypixel stuff. 10 hours that report has been up. 10 hours that report has been up. No responses on a single one. 10 hours, no responses. And you could say, oh, it's a big server. They need to, yeah, but the chances are most people aren't stupid enough like me to get scammed. And so, most Hypixel Skyblock players are, I shouldn't say most, but many Hypixel Skyblock players are really nice. You know, you are at least nice. A little bit nice. Most people are pretty decent, right? There's only so many that will scam, and I feel like a scam, at least ones that get reported, and I'm so sad for the people that don't have it reported. But at least scams that are recorded, I feel there can't be more than 20 or 30 an hour. And you've got and I'm not too good in those stats. I wouldn't know. Maybe it's over 500. Who knows? But however many it is, you do realize how many staff members you have, how many helpers, how many mods, how many admins, how many owners, how many build team. I don't think the build team can do anything about this, but how many moderators and staff that just don't. And I'm gonna say about 20. There's a big much more than this. I don't know how many are online at a time, but this is about 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I feel like a lot of Hypixel, because it's a holiday on Wednesdays, so I feel like a lot of people who don't celebrate the holiday would be online, and I mean, obviously not everyone. I'm not complaining that everyone's not online 24/7. What I'm complaining is about is that they just, and I know some of them just want to play, but there's still some that should be doing stuff on the forums, because if no one's ever on the forums, if no staff members are ever on the forums or reading reports to see who to ban and who not to ban, then what's the point of the forums? What's the point of me recording my stuff just for it to be gone, just for it not to be seen by anyone? What is the point? You can say all you want. I'm just saying this is really not a good look. I am honestly, pretty soon, I'm just gonna quit Hypixel, honestly. Because this is just so insane, the way that they, I get it, this is a big game. It's the biggest game they've ever had. You had Sky Wars and Bed Wars, and now you have Skyblock. Those were the big games. Skywars and Bed Wars. When Skywars came out, it was the biggest game. Bed Wars came out, it was the biggest game. Now Skyblock came out, it was the biggest game. And I feel like nothing is being done. And here's my main point. I think that this has been stretched out, and someone will probably put in the comments, this is where he said the main point, timestamp, me 2019. That's been a weird trend lately. But, here's the point. I think that the people who scam, they scam because they know, for the majority of people, they don't have recording, they don't have OBS, they don't have whatever other things, they don't have Bandicam or anything like that, to like record it. So they feel, okay, there's a pretty big chance that I'm going to be able to scam this person, nothing's going to happen to me at all, it's not going to be seen by anyone, and I'm just going to scam this person. Boom. And as heartless as it is, it's the way that they do it. It definitely happens. And then there's the people who record it, and then there's the small minority of people that just think that there's a small minority of people that do record it. And then when they put it on the forums, it gets seen by people. Sure, it gets seen by people, right? Yay, it gets seen by people. And let's say it gets seen by your guild. You send them a message, right? They try to put it on the forums themselves and say, oh, this is for a friend. They do all of that. Not a single one got a response from a staff. I think I had like 3 or 4 guild members out of my 125 member guild with 21 online members right now. Out of all of that stuff, no responses. And I'll show you, actually I can't show you now because it's they actually removed the forum. They removed my forum. They did all of that and they put it on. Which means, you see, if they remove the forum, you know what that means? They saw it. That is, I think, the most annoying part of all. Actually, I shouldn't say the most. Probably the scamming is the most annoying part. But it's a very annoying part. That if they care enough to remove it from the site, then they must have seen it. They must have read it to see, oh yeah, this doesn't belong in the forums. And I'm not saying they shouldn't regulate stuff that doesn't belong in the forums. I'm just saying, if they're taking the time to delete it off the forum, and they're not doing anything about it, and they're not telling another staff member, hey, yo, can you ban this guy? He's apparently stole from this guy, and it would massively help this guy out. Thanks. You don't have to. And I'm not asking for the 24 enchanted fermented spider eyes back. As much as I would love that, I'm not asking for that. What I am asking for is for this guy to get banned, because justice should be served to these hackers. And nothing is happening, and I feel, and honestly, it's just they could do so much better. And if they saw it and they didn't care enough to remove it, why? Why did they not ban this guy? How could you be so odd to ban a person, to remove a thing from the forums, and then, which you clearly read, because clearly you figured out that this isn't appropriate for the forums, which you clearly read, and then this guy doesn't even have a single punishment. I mean, I can't friend him, I can't party him because he blocked me, which makes sense. But all of my gold members say, and so far he has not been banned. And I can wait 3 or 4 days. I can wait 3, 4, 5 days, let's say. And I can wait 3, 4, 5 days, right? I bet you, as much as I hope it's true, as much as I hope it happens, I just don't think it's gonna happen. And I feel like this person's just gonna go on with the scamming ways. And unfortunately for us, good Skyblock members that will craft someone for something without scamming them, that there be one more person in this community that will scam. And you know what? That one more person is not just that one person. If you think that there's just this guy scamming on Hypixel, obviously you're wrong. You've got a lot of other people recording their stuff and getting scammed. It's YouTubers. I'm not saying they haven't, but YouTubers have apparently done it. I think that this guy named Danger Dennis, he was just hacked. I want to give him the benefit of the doubt that he was just hacked. But that means that the person who hacked him did it, and that means that so many other people did it. I mean, and some scamming isn't even bannable. I'm not sure if craft scamming is even bannable. I really hope it is, but I'm not even sure if it is. So how am I supposed to know? How am I supposed to know if this guy's gonna get banned? Because I haven't gotten any response from an admin or any staff. How am I supposed to know that this person gets the justice that they deserve? And I don't care about these. I would love to get those items back. The 24 enchanted fermented spider eyes. That's not what I need, though. What I need is this guy banned. For me and for my sense of for me mentally, and also for other people, because I'm probably not the first person he scammed. I mean, think about it. I'm probably not the first person he scammed 4 months into this game. And I'm pretty sure all those other people, recorded or not recorded, they want justice on this guy. And they're not going to get it. And I hate it, but they're not going to get it because the Hypixel staff team is just too lazy to give a fuck about it.